Hello there, everybody. Sorry, I'm so nice and close, aren't I? Ooh, realise how close I was. Let me just back off you a second there. I'll just keep pouncing on you the minute you get in. But welcome back, everyone. Today will be the most normal day this week. The only day this week where we've not got anything new. Of the days I'm actually doing any content. So, today, as I say, the most chill day, most normal of days. Why? Well, it's simple. Today before we start playing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds, but also at long last, some Dark Heresy. Because yes, we do indeed have some Dark Heresy coming soon. This Sunday, my friends, this Sunday, will be a day. A bit of an earlier start than usual, but it'll be good. So I hope you're looking forward to that as much as I am. And yes, the new fit is ready. I just need to do a bit of fanfare for it, give it the proper pizzazz it needs. And I do hope you like it. The rigging is a little different on it, actually, because the head rig was redone a little bit for it. So, hopefully you don't mind the slight difference. I've had to use it myself, but it's quite smooth. It's quite smooth indeed, I do like it. And the outfit is, it's so good. The only reason, chat, I have not shown it you today is because I felt like I needed to give it a bit more time to build up a little hype. Just a little bit more. Get you excited for it. Now it's ready. Maybe do a little bit of a theme on the stream, or attempt one anyway. That would imply I can do anything of organisation, and well, we all know how that goes. But before I ramble on, there's a few people I need to thank. Because we have Luna TD and Big Bunga, excuse me, who followed while I wasn't even streaming. So thank you very much to both of you for the follow. And the Vela, indeed, thank you for the follow 4 days ago. Welcome back. How are you doing, my friend? How is things going? Just as I'm talking about people who followed recently. How are things? Hopefully your Thursday is going well for you. Good. Yes, I must admit myself, it's the calmest day for me as we approach the weekend. Well, shenanigans. Saw my model. Indeed. Oh yes, we'll be showing it soon. I'm good. I'm doing pretty good, honestly. It's been a longish day, but you know what? It's alright. We're getting to that part of the week I always look forward to. A bit of yapping, and then tomorrow, some Monster Hunter Wilds, which, I've been looking forward to for so long. One more day. Yes, one more day. Oh, sure. Oh, don't you worry. Excellent. Then you understand my need. My critical need for yapping. It's very important. We put this multi-stream chat over here as well. I always forget to do that on these streams. To move it closer so I can look at it on the same screen. But yes, tomorrow is Wilds, and I think I've decided what weapon I want to use. I think. Not sure. I'm feeling Greatsword. Maybe. I might change though. Didn't mean to use that. Hey, I'm yapping nonsense. Stick around, don't worry. Stick around. I wouldn't say I'm that organised with my yapping. I just have a topic on mind, and I assure you, it will be derailed the minute you mention something, trust me. Also want to try Monster Hunter Wild, but can't because it's 12 years. That might do it. That might do it. Well, there's some good and bad news, I suppose. The bad news is, obviously, you might have to replace a few components there due to the age. Okay, are you using what am I looking for? Not Nvidia, the other one, AMD. I'm using an AMD one, which is fair enough, honestly. People give AMD grief, but personally, I think they're coming along nicely now. And honestly, for the price, you get a lot of graphics card, or CPU, and run on Intel. That's fair enough. I mean, which back when it was great. Honestly, I got really lucky. You reminded me, I got super lucky with my CPU. It was it was like 1 or 2 generations before things started going really wrong with them for a while. I looked out and I felt so lucky when I found out it wasn't my generation of CPU. That was the issue. I was like, oh, thank God. So honestly, I'd have been moulding if I'd have found out I'd not looked out and gotten the bad ones. But no, I put, honestly, what's the opposite for me? Oh, ooh, Jesus. Oh, sorry to hear that. But I can definitely see why you might want to go for AMD instead, honestly. Like 3 months after I got my GPU, I had to give it a new one back. Oof. Yeah, that's never a good, of all the components, that's never a good one to have to mess with. It's always it's an expensive one as well. It's like the most expensive. Honestly, I mean, it's hard sometimes, especially if you don't always know what you're looking for. You know, you get thrown all these statistics at you, and you have to think, well, which one of these actually matter? And it turns out only a couple of them really do matter, but they don't always make it apparent which statistics matter, and then you realise, oh, that actually isn't what I thought it was. I mean, I'm lucky I work IT as a day job, so I know my tech, but not everyone does that. Was a random... Nah, today I'm more excited. I was a Radiant fanboy. Ah, okay. I won't experience even more, so I can't read it. Good. At the very least, the positive is that you at least have gotten better at finding good ones now. So the next one you get will be a good one. It also helps, I guess, that Nvidia's kicked out a new generation, so that might cheapen quite a few graphics cards as they try and push their new expensive ones. I'll be honest, I'm not upgrading. There's no point to me. The 4070 MSI will do just fine for a long time. I mean, the only thing I maybe upgrade is just if I was feeling like it, just for the heck of it, is just up the RAM to 64 gig, but I mean 32 gigs enough, so I don't need to, honestly. And the graphics card was the only one I needed to, and I've already done that now. And that was just so I could play games at a higher fidelity while still using the model. Because for some reason, at least Helldivers had some absolute problems with just my little Beancat model I used to use, let alone my original custom model, which took a bit more resources, and God forbid if it was this one. I know this one takes a bit more. I 100% know this one takes more. Has animations and shit in it, so it's definitely got more. I know the graphics card's not the main thing that VTube Studio uses, it's more CPU based, but you know, a little extra resource don't hurt if you've got one PC, and that I'm not going with a dual PC setup. That's a lot of extra shenanigans. That's a lot of shenanigans that I don't want to deal with. Maybe one day, you know. But you know, like most people, one rig. I've just splooged a little bit into it to... that's the wrong word choice. Fuck. I've just done a little bit on it to, you know, get it all nice. I mean, during the 4070, yeah, it was the top GPUs of the year, I thought. Yeah, exactly, you'd think that. It just popped. Oof. Yeah, it's... I think it's one of those Nvidia have been like really good for a long time, but I think AMD is now like you say, AMD is caught up. Oh yeah. Oh, they still do. And I mean, I'm keeping the name of a Nvidia one for now because that's what I know. But I know AMD's starting to catch up, especially in the CPU department. Actually, I did have an AMD once, and it was fine. It was perfectly fine. It came with a massive fan cooler, like a big old brick. But honestly, it was fine. It did perfectly well. So, hey, Bulls. Yeah, the Ryzen processors. Yes. I think I had a Ryzen 7 back in the day. My last PC had a Ryzen 7. It did me okay. Yeah, I have a motorcycle cooler for a current CPU. Fuck. They are massive. That 4070 I've got is just a big old thing. I'm like, Jesus. Nice. I forget the funny numbers at the end of mine, but I know it's an i9. I feel like it was a 12th gen. Yeah, I used to have an i7 back in the day. I think I had an i7. Then I think I swapped out to AMD. Ooh, third. Ooh. Fair enough. I mean, you said it was 12 years old, to be fair, so I mean, fair enough. That would be about AMD EU. Are you an Intel purist, Rouge? Or are you thinking graphics card? Also, hello, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see the EP hasn't taken you yet. And for anyone wondering, the blue or red fish. Okay, I'm having a new computer very soon. Yes, my always advice to people is obviously get the bits you need, but get bits that will last. Like I like to get a little more than I need because I know I won't need to buy another thing for a while. That's my go-to, but obviously I have some spare cash for that. If you don't, then don't worry about it. But I always think if you can go a little over, go a little over. Like a teeny tiny bit if you can afford. Because then you don't have to buy another thing for ages. Oh, yes. The 6th of March. You're going over. Ah, smart. Exactly. Yeah, perfect. Smart. Get that generated frames like that. Nah, see, thing is, right, that's going to cost probably an arm and a leg. Now, I know that's rich coming from a VTuber. You don't get these physics for free, after all. But back then, everyone told me 16 euro was too much. Ah, yeah, I had 16 in my first one. Yeah. All VTubers, rich kids. No. Now the same 16 now, I'm drowning. I think 16's like kind of 8 to 16's kind of become the normal. 32 is probably a safe one. Also, Novella, if you're getting a new motherboard, if you're getting the DDR5 RAM, that's a lot newer. I feel like how DDR4 didn't become the dominant one for a long time. If you want to be ahead of the curve entirely, get a motherboard that supports DDR5. Then you've got much stronger RAM that'll last you, because it's the new generation, so that's... Even if you upgrade your RAM later, you'll at least be like, yeah, I'm smart. See, that's the only thing I need to do if I ever upgrade. Get a new motherboard. Is it already? Jesus. I feel like DDR5's not been out that long. That's shocking to me. I'm still on DDR4, I think. As daft as it sounds. There are a lot of games these days require almost 8 gigs of RAM and the other 8. Jesus. DDR6, then honestly, I might do it. If that's the thing coming around the corner, yeah, honestly. I've been fine with DDR4, to be honest with you. But I think if you're going to upgrade, you might as well drop generation, aren't you, at that point. But no, I mean, maybe I'll pick up, like, the 50 series when it's been out for a bit, and not everyone's trying to climb one. But don't dedicate at least 12 GB RAM for on it, it will bottle my next year. Anymore, because I've been waiting up to upgrade for years and now. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. If it's at that point. Thing is, though, Novella, you've waited till it's needed, and that's okay, because you can at least like justify the spending, right? It's like you need it now. So, you know, I think that's fine to do. That's perfectly fine to play. You know what? I've hit that I need point. That's like the... You can justify spending the money now. It's not like a vanity thing. It's a, yeah, no, we need this. So, I mean, I'm sure at some point I'll have to upgrade mine. Probably. My Wilds, it says, runs just fine. Though I've not streamed it, but I'm 90% confident I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, I drop the settings a little bit, but I can run it in Ultra without streaming. Yeah. But, yes, for anyone who doesn't know, I might have hinted at it in one of my tweets, but I'll make it official. The next Sermon of Yap, the 6th of March, will be the reveal of the new outfit. I felt the Sermon of Yap was the best time to do it. Well, even, what was it? I think mine's $5,000 over 12 years. Yeah, that's fair. Wow, that's pretty good. Two of my mum's models. See the victory is. Oh yeah, true. I has no Twitter. You know what? Fair enough. I do post on Blue Sky as well. But I mean, you're not missing out on not having Twitter. Don't worry. It's always going to be a cesspit, so it's fine. I do post on yes, Blue Sky. It's like the alternative Twitter. A lot of people jump ship to Blue Sky when Twitter started changing and getting AI and stuff, so I've been using that recently as well. I just use them both, though I'd probably scroll Twitter more, for better or for worse. Out of curiosity, Novella, are you a... you see, models, are you another Fox's child? Are you a sibling? The Angel does have a Discord. Ah, yes, that is true. Yes, that is true. Admittedly. So you'll soon to be sibling. Excellent. Oh, don't worry, balls. Rouge is good at shilling the Discord. Just started 2 weeks, so yeah. That's always the thing, right? Fox is, she's great. Bless her. She's so in demand. She's very in demand, bless her. So, but no, she will get round to you. Don't you worry about that. She always does. But bless her, she's very in demand. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. Almost any time you drop her a message, like, yep, I can add this to my list. Fuck. Even if you give a Rouge Discord Nitro, he will be blessed with making puzzles. In fairness, I only have Discord Nitro right now because Streamlabs is giving like a free month for free thing, so. Yeah. Can't join anybody's Discord with my stream's Discord because I proper PFP for that. No, that's fair. That's fair. So wait for my things to be ready. That's fair enough. It's fair enough. You can join whenever you like, if you want to. It's completely optional. I don't like a scammer. I wouldn't worry about it, trust me. Let me assure you, I've gotten pretty good at sniffing out scammers. So, this new account has nothing, no PFP. Ah, I got you. Okay, oh, so you're making a whole new thing. I'll be honest, I was a bit lazy. I just used my existing one. For better or for worse. I'm too lazy to get another account. Some people I know personally know I stream, and I just don't talk about it. Like, there's kind of a they know, but we don't really talk about it. But I know that's not for everyone, so fair enough. Honestly, I should have probably done that. Too lazy. Too lazy to do it. But now I'm using my old Twitch account. But otherwise I'm doing full business. Contact stuff. Fair. That's fair. Honestly, that's fair email. That's a smart way to go about it. You've got to acquire a new burner email. That's... the way I see it, as long as I secured my Discord account, which I've got 2FA on it, I did all the shit, so it was all good. The Twitter's pretty, well, I say Twitter's new. I had a Twitter before I started doing stuff, but it was always there for the intent of me streaming, so, you know. An important note. What's your important note, Devella? My personal Discord account is bound to be deleted sometime in the future. Ah, okay. The reason's very stupid. Ah. Is it kind of just sort of disconnect the streamer life from the private life kind of get up? Which I think a lot of people who do VTubing can do that. I think it's one of the reasons a lot of people get into it this way, because it's just kind of liberating. You kind of just separate yourself out. Which is one of the appeals of VTubing, after all. You get to do all the stream stuff, but the anonymity. Yes, it's technically streaming on hard mode, because all the other technical shenanigans that come up. There's a reason I have the scuff tag. A reason for it, indeed. Though I, touch wood, haven't been too scuffed recently. Touch wood. Just scuff as a person, instead, rather than technical. Cobalt's two-factor authentication. But I wouldn't worry about Novella if you don't want to go into just reasons as to why you leak it. You don't have to, don't worry. I'm not interrogating. Basically, registered an email I barely use. I don't like using social media when Discord came out. I didn't want to switch from Skype. The email I used registration. I'm okay about. Ah, I got you. Hello, welcome, buddy. God, yeah, I used to use Skype a little bit. I think, when did I I had a PC for, like, a long time. Like, 2013. But, like, I didn't play on it much with other people until kind of in college. So I had it in 2013 originally, but I didn't really do much for people till about maybe 2017, 2018, I want to say. Maybe 2017. 2017, I think. No longer accessible, so I can't do anything with it anyway. But reach out to support Discord. I get you. My old Microsoft account that I used to use Xbox uses an account that used to be connected to Sky, but then when we switched from Sky, we didn't know that that email address that Sky gave us wouldn't exist anymore. So that fucks us over a bit in a few aspects. Not to mention MSM. Rouge, you're old. God, the Sky ringtone. I can barely remember it. Stop it. Listen, MSN, buddy. This could say that the older things need to confirm that me was even. Though I told him he was not accessible anymore. At least with like Microsoft, you can kind of go hey, or Steam even, or is it BattleNet? I had to redo my BattleNet one, but I was kind of lucky because I had the ultimate proof that my BattleNet belonged to me. I still have the special edition disc for StarCraft 2 Heartless 1. I still have that fancy box for the concept art and shit in. So I literally could just go into that disc, give them the code and go, hey, this is good enough? They're like, oh shit, yeah. Yeah, it is. it's inaccessible even to them. What? I don't know if it's a time thing. It's weird, that is. Very stupid. Mishima Bride. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did set up a new email address. Yeah, exactly. And I managed to sort it out with Microsoft at least. I got around it. I'm opening toothpicks and strip. Oh god. Yeah, when that used to work. God. Why do my streams always devolve into I'm fucking old? I'm not even that old, but I feel it. Fuck. So now I just know that when Discord makes a major change that will require the notification account is deleted or limited. Ah, fair. Is that right? You're old. I'm youthful mod. Listen here, if I'm old, you're crusty. And I'm doomed, so already started aggravating. Well, I mean, hey. Well, not me. Mid-20s crisis, yo, say. I'm almost at Is 24 mid-20s? I mean, I'm 25 this year, so I mean, that's basically mid-20s crash. What was my mid-20s crash? Become a VTuber. Fuck. Oh, no. There was a SCM, yeah, my crazy. That's fine. Listen, this is the Yapper stream. This is the Yapper stream, my friend. 'Tis the intention to yap, after all. Listen, Artemis, not all of us have the Slovenian loophole you do. The fucking Slovenian loophole over there. Mr. No Get Ads. The sermon of the episode. Yeah, don't listen. Listen, when it comes to Artemis, he has the Slovenian loophole. Fucker has that thing on lock. Man's found the ultimate loophole. No ad block, nothing. He just don't get ads. He's immune to them. It's terrifying. Yes, as Ball said, 'tis the sermon of Yap. I promise you, any topic we talk about will be forgotten about. Instead, it will somehow devolve into something that happened 10 years ago. I will feel so old, I will feel rotten inside. And then we'll call Rouge old again. Because he is. And, yeah. To be sure, peaceful football. I mean, all I'm saying is subs go to heaven. Okay. Mods can go there too. Don't worry. Mom is a full Gen Z is. That sounds kind of sus. I'll come with something. I mean, it's all the same parent. But it's just goes from young to older. That's true, I mean. Yeah, I know I'm there sometimes. Wait, am I? No. No, Rouge. No, you're the old uncle. I guess. Or the family friend. Like the old family friends has always been there. Like every gathering, they are invited. Yeah, I don't mean developed. I just sort of wrote it. I was like, ah. That's how old you are, Rouge. Rouge is quite old. Can't be older than me. No, Rouge is almost a hag. True, you're definitely older. Because I'm like 18 season 2. Uh-huh. Don't read into that too much. Yeah, for 18. So 36. Oof. Oof. This is not season reopening. No, he's not in his 30s yet. Oh, the timing just worked out beautifully, that did. Oh, beautiful timing. We couldn't have asked for better. But yes, for those who weren't here before, March 6th. Yes, March 6th. In a week. 1 week. My god. I'm dead. Wait, the value hag? We in hag years here? Or is this like ancient here? Are we touching 40? Are we getting to that age? Are we getting venerable? Are we getting to that venerable age? Do we need to prepare the dread? No age. Fair enough. We'll prepare the dreadnought. Rouge, you're gonna have to help me get the dreadnought out of the box. We'll prepare a dreadnought for this one. No, I'm still a youngin' for now. I don't feel it, but I'm still. Thank you for the snooze. I was reaching my mouse over. Are you British? I am British. I am clinically British, yes. But unfortunately, I don't have that British accent you're probably thinking. He's I don't quite do the bottle of water. I do a bottle of water. So, oh yeah, I just finished putting together my. Ooh, nice. Look at this guy putting together an entire box. I still haven't put together my Mechanicum Horus Heresy box yet. Though in my defense, I have like 20 tech thralls to put together and an entire vehicle. A big old vehicle. I think Western Europe, actually. I think Danish or something. Yeah. Rouge, as the resident Dane here, do I sound Danish to you? As the resident Dane, I need your input. As the expert on Danish. Let me fix my code for my D&D stream. Ah, nice. Oh yes, the artillery looks very nice, detailed, indeed. Also looked fairly easy to magnetize, which is very helpful. Let's have like multiple artilleries per thing, which is always nice. Well, English and Danish are tightly limited languages, you know, given the Danes conquered England. Once, my boy. Listen, many people have had a crack at this land at least once. Some have succeeded, and after a certain point, no one else has succeeded again. There's also a lot of intertwine between the royal families, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Which, then again, that's not much saying much. The royal family was all kind of all spread around Europe anyway. So the English are actually nice and Danish blood. Well, are we about the Saxons here? Because obviously there's Saxons, which a lot of us are. Well, we did. Yeah. Why do you think like 20 countries have an Independence Day? Technically, yeah. Falklands Island. I forget the name of it, but there's a place just next to Spain that they always want back. The Commonwealth are still quite tied in many respects. Still have close ties to them, like Canada and Australia are still quite close with. And then it was before that. Yeah, like basically before there's a certain point where we just sort of stopped being conquered and became conquerors. I feel like that was after the Norman period, if memory serves. Yes, it was. We sent criminals and sheep. There are still many sheep, many criminals, and the eternal joke that they lost a war against emus. When was the first crusade? Well, fuck me. You're asking the questions now. After we introduced Danish Viking blood to English, nothing can stop. Well, between them and the Saxons, yeah. So I don't think the Saxons were from here originally, if memory serves, but they kind of became us. It's weird, we kind of just, like, absorb people. Like, there's some Rome, some Viking, some Saxon, some Celt. We kind of just combined it into, condensed into English. 1096. There we go. There we are. So we're getting historical. You can put the educational tag on my channel. Yeah. I say that I am playing Shogun 2 at the minute as one of my games, so you know I am playing a historical title. It's feudal Japan, you know, it's historical. I mean, I don't think the Date clan conquered all of Japan, but you know, revisionist history. I say that. I think is it the shit. Actually, come on, would you consider streaming Kingdom Come Deliverance games? Don't know, honestly. Maybe? I've not tried Kingdom Come Deliverance, to be totally honest with you. So, never say never. I'm always willing to give stuff a try. England was scared about being conquered once and they went instantly inside the same world. Pretty much. Play Hearthstone for fun, you can get an education tank. Ah, see, but I can't ever look at Germany, otherwise I get demonetized. Film Story 101. Because the Kingdom Come so fun. The first one. I was going to say, I'd have to play the first one, wouldn't I? I remember it being really really, like, everything's super, like, gritty simulated, memory serves. Like, saving is technically a potion that you have to, like, manually brew. Which is an interesting way of doing it, honestly. It's very immersive. Very immersive, from what I can tell. It's a Session Gandhi mode. You can remove the portrait, but yeah. Yeah, true. That's the only thing with any World War II game. You gotta be careful of that. Save my potion, or you're in bed. Ah, okay, you're in bed. Oh, I've seen bits of it. Like the animation for rejecting, for example. Many people posted that one. It doesn't seem too bad, honestly, from what I've heard about. I know it gets a lot of negative reviews, though I don't quite know why. I must admit, I haven't looked into that bit too much, but it looked decent. Being lurked a bit. No worries, Novella. No problem, you lurk as long as you like. But yeah, I've seen bits of Mecha Break. I have. But yeah, it looks interesting. I mean, I'm not against the idea of playing it. I do like mech stuff. I mean, I need to finish Armored Core 6. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and I don't. I need to do it. Should I restart Armored Core 6 at some point and just fucking stream it so I have to finish it? Oh, but then I have to do the Balterius fight. Ah, fuck it. You guys would like watch me suffer at least. Put it on the list. Put it on the list. It is pretty good, honestly. I need to finish it at least once. But I don't think I even remember that game. I mean, it was out for a bit ago. FromSoft don't release Armored Core very often, but when they do, it's fucking fire. It's pretty good, though. Mecha lock behind point you have to get in game. Got you. Got you. But Armored Core 6 is fun, honestly. Speaking of mecha stuff, by the way, sorry, it's fire help. But, oh yeah, like the Armored Core 6's story is probably my favourite from the other Armored Cores, mostly because I understand it the most out of all of them. I know the spoilers, don't worry. I do know all the spoilers, admittedly. But still, I'd want to play it, if for nothing else than just the gameplay. Also, they've added loads of stuff for free, which is nice. But, speaking of mecha stuff, I very nearly, instead of doing Dark Heresy, I nearly did Lancer. If you like mecha, and Artemis, I know you probably do, look up Lancer. It's a very fun tabletop RPG. I do recommend it. I almost ran it, I'll be honest, I almost did. The only thing stopping me was a lack of familiarity with running it. Of penetrating people. Hey yo. Well, in this case, they're mech pilots, but they're goated mech pilots that can use funny mechs with lots of shenanigans. Well, there is actually the baronies, which are literally like knights, so you can go full fuzzy lady, not shit, by the way, that is a thing. There's like, you can go very like spear and shield heavy and that kind of shit. There is, like I say, an entire like feudal space society that doesn't recognize Earth as the home of humanity. They go pretty hard. A lot of like unique mech patterns come from there too, which is quite fun. Lancer's not very grounded though, is the only problem. There is an Armored Core tabletop RPG being made that's really gritty. Like really, really gritty. Down to like very over the top detail. Lancer's less so than that, but it's a lot of fun. But it is kind of wacky. One of the mechs can literally stop time. Yeah, that's the thing. There's kind of like pseudo space MacGuffin shit you can pull with AI. So you get some wacky shit, but then you also get like just a massive mech with a fucking anti-ship weapon strapped to it. So you get a lot of options. You can go as wacky or as sensical as you want, but anything that's made by the Horus line, always crazy. But yeah, Lancer, I highly recommend it. There's a site called CompCon. That's just CompCon, CompCon. It literally BattleTech, yeah, you played that, okay. It's less particular than BattleTech. Different kind of style, but BattleTech's another good one. BattleTech's another good one. Speaking of mechs, I think, did I mention this to you? I do have Imperial Knights. I do have a couple of Imperial Knights. I have some Imperial Knights I painted in the colours of House Griffith, which is like a bone white. Not an easy one to paint, by the way. That took a lot. There's a reason my bone white paint's like halfway gone. It's like I went through that shit. I painstakingly layered that shit. I worked for that. They're pretty big. It was a while back. It takes up a little bit. It's not as big as like the Warlord Titan. Not that big. That's like the size of a toddler. I don't have one of them. But the Imperial Knights are decent sized. Do I have... Hang on. Do I have pictures of them? I feel like I have pictures of them. 1 second. I think I have pictures. Let me see if I can find it. There with chat. Let me see if I can find it. I have many pictures of models in here, so let me see if I can find model pictures of my Imperial Knights. Oh. Aha! There we go. 1 second. I have one of them here. Copy to clipboard. 1 second, chat. I'll post it in Discord. 1 minute. Oh, what? That's a lot of money, Artemis. That's like Warlord Titan ain't cheap, brother. That's a lot of moolah. Let me show. There you go. It's next to the zombie dragon, just for reference. That's the old zombie dragon sculpt, that is. They're making a new one of those. I don't know why the first ad they chose was about pills for balls. It's okay, buddy. It happens. It happens to some people. Ads, no. They know things. See a doctor, balls. The ads might be onto something. Oh god, can you imagine if ads can figure out that kind of shit? That would be terrifying. They can just figure out by, like, your habits what kind of medical conditions you have. Find it fine. I don't know, the ads might know something, brother. Yeah, mate, know something. I'm of course joking. Yeah, I've shared one of them. That's one of the two. There was a box called I think it was called Renegade or something like that, and it had 2 Imperial Knights in it for a really discounted price. So that's the only reason I have 2. I would not have 2 otherwise. I've got some smaller knights as well. I've got 2 Knight Armigers, which are smaller, and 2 War Dog Rampages, which are the Chaos ones. I was going to dabble in Chaos Knights, but I never quite went any further. The Chaos Knights look fucking beautiful, though. Oh. I've seen some good conversions as well people have done of, like, other Knight chassis. Oh, they're nice. The problem with House Griffith is I can't find the bloody sheets to, like, do them in. Because I used to have the transfers. I don't have the transfers, because I went hard. I went really hard into the transfer and everything. Oh yeah, I mean, Chaos just goes hard. I love painting Chaos stuff. I love painting grimy shit. It just, oh, it's nice. I'm trying to get my 3k Astromotarum army, good lord, man. That's gonna be an arm and a leg. That probably costs about as much as a Warlord Titan. It's just Krieg. Oh god, well, at least they've released a new sculpt, but with just the Krieg infantry, without all the extra kill team shit now. Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous that the army with the most infantry is the most expensive. It's why no one plays them. Like, everyone plays Space Marines because they're model per penny cheaper. Though I'd argue Custodes are one of the cheapest armies you can collect. For very high point games, technically Knights are, but Custodes is a safer bet because you actually have more units. Also, it's easier to have the board. Knights is like, you bring 5 guys, maybe 7, and that's it. And those, like, single-digit number dudes have got to do your entire army's work. Now, don't get me wrong, they can do your army's work. Holy shit. But, you know, it's not a style of play I'd recommend anyone. Again, some armies are cheaper than other than how you play them. Like Tau, if you go really, like, infantry heavy with Tau, ugh, I don't want to imagine. Not as bad as Guard, but still. I just play numbers. Of course, yeah, well, Krieg is like that, so. Ironically, we were going to have a Krieg engineer as one of the characters in Dark Heresy. I say were, because the player's looking to change their character. Mostly because they realise something very critical. Many skills were not covered by the other 2 players. And that's fine, it's how they want to build their characters, it's not an issue. But obviously, they went, okay, we might need someone who can do the social side of things a bit better. And, of course, someone with medical knowledge. So he's kind of like a skill monkey, but he's also playing a crippled character. So he's a bit of a noodle. But he was going to go as a Krieg engineer, with a shotgun and everything. Honestly, was this Battle Shock? I mean, it makes sense. I totally would scare the shit out of you. Wait, seeing PDF of the rules. I want to see what's about. Oh, what? Dark Heresy or Lancer? Which one? I don't think I have the Lancer PDF to hand, but I do have the Dark Heresy one. I might have the Lancer one, actually. I might say that. Yeah, both. Okay, one sec after this. Hang on. Dark Heresy. Okay. One second. I've had this one for a while. You can get these on Humble Bundle, actually. Humble do sell them, in case you want to give to charity. I'll share this here. Bear with a sec. There's the core book. There are other books, but that's the core one. I'm too cheap to pay for PDFs. I'll be honest, the PDFs are a lot easier to get than the physical copies. The physical copies are an arm and a leg. No one will sell them for cheap. Let me attest. No one will sell them for cheap. Bear with, it's a little chunky. There you go. I say chunky, it's like 63 meg. It's not that chunky, but for Discord it's chunky. Thick, if you will. Where's Discord there? But there is a new one coming out, or it's come out recently, that's a bit more modern, called Imperium Maledictum. Imperium Maledictum's very similar, but doesn't have the attribute system. And down the road, I may use that going forward, but not this time. This time I'll be using Dark Heresy. So, if any of you are around on Sunday, I'll be playing Dark Heresy then. I'll be DMing, in fact. So, you'll be able to see a lot of Dark Heresy. I'll probably be running it a little different to my normal streams. So, there's not really, like, true classes per se. Kind of. The best way I can describe it, Artemis, is your character has 3 important choices to make before, like, stack allocation and gear. Your homeworld, your background, and your role. Your homeworld gives you some benefits and assigns your health and some other little deets. Yeah. Backgrounds give you a lot of stuff. And then roles are where most of your attributes come from. The role really decides your fate. Like, for example, if you go Mystic, you get the Psyker Elite Advance immediately. You're always a Psyker with Mystic. It's like, you can't not be a Psycho with that one. That one's intended to be the Psycho of the group. But also you can do some skill shit. That's as it was. Yeah, exactly. As Rue said, they're not like... It's not like you pick the fighter, like in D&D. It's like, you pick Feral World, and maybe you're an Imperial Guardsman from a Feral World. Your role is the Warrior. At that point, you've basically doubled down on being the melee powerhouse that uses Unga Bunga weapons to beat people with. Specifically Unga Bunga weapons, like weapons with the primitive quality. Honestly, Balls, it's probably very similar. Rogue Trader had a tabletop RPG that came out before... Well, it came out before Dark Heresy 1E. It sadly didn't get continued, but Dark Heresy did get a 2nd edition, and that's what that PDF is I posted. Imperium Maledictum is very similar, but it's like a free use, an unofficial Dark Heresy 3rd edition. The only reason I didn't go with it is because it's newer and there's less content out for it, but it's getting content. It does something as well, which is quite nice, in that Maledictum doesn't assume you work for the Inquisition. Dark Heresy does. That's one flaw of it. Well, 1 or 2 flaws. 1, it assumes you work for the Inquisition. And 2, there's also, like, the attribute system. If I have an NPC in Dark Heresy campaign, and that would be super sketchy if it broke that tried to track the party consistently and then teleport away. What are you, fucking, oh, what's his name? Patches, that's it. What are you, fucking Patches? Fucking Patches over there. I mean, there'll be many shady characters, don't you worry. Don't you worry about that. Even got bold. Anyone got 2k words? Huh? 2k words. Patches the little bastard in the Yes, that's the one. He's also in Bloodborne. And I think Elden Ring. I think. I'm pretty sure I accidentally figured out and killed the one in Elden Ring, though. Specifically. I can't remember how I figured it out. It was like that one with the 2k points. I've got you. Hold on, I need a bit. Yeah, I seem to remember. It was the one in a bit in Elden Ring when you're getting up to the castle, and there's that room you get trapped in. Indeed, beer break, very important. I am currently sipping some whiskey. Some very strong whiskey. It is 94% proof. It's 47% alcohol, but 94% proof. What? What's my... Sponsor your drum one free cafe. Whiskey burns my throat. So, to be fair to you balls, I don't drink it neat. Here's the thing, I will always try a drink neat, but I very rarely drink them neat. As a wine drinker, let's see. I've never been much of a wine man. I've tried it. I've never been much for it, but maybe I've just not found a wine that appeals to me. I've always been very much a spirits kind of guy. I like my spirits. Indeed, rather classy. Family business. Okay. Oh, it's homemade, or at least like locally produced. Okay. I can respect that. I can respect it. You have to buy alcohol. Fair. I mean, hey, you've got it there. Fair enough, man. I don't know. I'm very much a whiskey or cider guy. That's my things. Very rarely, like, I don't... Like, lager, I normally hate. Unless it's with, like, blackcurrant. Lager and black I can maybe deal with. Maybe. But, to be honest, if I was going to have lager, I would just make it into a fucking snakebite. Honestly. I would just mix it with cider. Make it just snakebite. They won't do that at the pubs normally, but, you can order birds. But otherwise, Southern Comfort, I forget the one I'm drinking now. I do forget his name. But Jim Beam normally is my main one. We have it, but Southern Comfort or what's the... Fair enough. I'm not much for beer myself normally. I've not found a beer I'm like I vibe with. I do like Disaronno though. I do really like Italian Disaronno. That's quite nice. I ended up trying some at an Italian place for my birthday once, and hit the spot. It hit the spot, man. It's very sweet. Really, really sweet. But it's nice. I will say, I do rate it highly. I do. It is most nice. But Southern Comfort's like one of my favourites to have on special occasions. Birthday or like Christmas, that kind of thing. It is quite nice. Always a double, of course. Occasionally, I do have a Black Russian. But I have to be careful then. That is the one thing I've had, maybe other than the stuff I'm drinking now. Again, I forget the name of it. Some I've not had before, but Black Russians, I swear to God, those drinks, man, I tell you what, they are deceptive. Like, you have a drink that's so smooth and just goes down without any fuss. And then you realise your legs don't work like they used to before because it is really strong, but it doesn't taste really strong. But the universal indicator I've found, if you mix it with the Pepsi or the Coke, and that shit loses all of its bubbles immediately, brother, you've got some strong alcohol in there. I mean, again, I've not found a wine that vibes with me, but then I can't say I've looked very hard, so I can't dispute or such a claim, honestly. I would have to go tasting and figure it out for myself, I suppose. I don't know. Very close to... Well, I say very close. I mean, not that close, but I mean, Scotland's up the road, so to speak, you know? A good several fucking hours, but, you know... It depends on the wine, I believe. Does depend on the wine. But I imagine it can be kind of fruity. It's been a long time since I've had any wine. I remember trying some once. You'd have to taste too much wine to decide. There are many flavours. So I can believe it. I can definitely believe it. I mean, so then, you never know. I might find one I quite like. No, I always like a drink with a kick myself. That's my strawberry flavoured wine. Berries, that's the common one. A lot of berries. The squishing of berries is the go-to for a lot of people. You know, I realise I need to find like an asset with like a glass or something when I do this. I can like hold the glass like between my fingers. That's what I need. I need to fucking do that. I need to find out a glass asset. That'd be good, I reckon. That'd be good. Wine glass for sure. The chalice peach. Maybe. I am debating, because I'm probably going to commission that design you guys really like. I'm going to commission that probably around my birthday. I'm still deciding what toggles I want. I'm in debate whether I want like a holding the glass kind of, like a holding a chalice, or if I want like the absolute cinema toggle. I think you can have 3 by default. So, I'm thinking a praying one would make sense. And I'm debating if I have a second outfit, because I rather like the new outfit that I've got for this model. And don't worry, you won't be not seeing this model. I'll be using both. Don't you worry about that. They're both fucking... This one's too fucking gorgeous not to use, of course. And then the new one, when I do commission that, I'll be between the two. Obviously I'm using that for a while, but again, between the two. Same for the outfits. Though, after the 6th, I'll definitely be using the new outfit for Dark Heresy. Because it does fit nicely. It does fit very nicely for it. But yes, one of my players is changing from a Krieg engineer in Dark Heresy, speaking of, to, like I say, like a very much a everyman. He can do a bit of everything, except combat. He's really fucking bad at shooting. And he's noodle thin. We're literally considering augmenting him up. So, the now more noodly man, our former engineer turned noodle who's really smart, is being played by Onyx. You may have seen Onyx around. Some of you might come from Onyx's channel. I don't know if you guys watch him. He doesn't always stream too often, most because he doesn't have time, bless him. But he does a lot of Apex and stuff. We used to, I think. Oh, Apex, sorry. Not Apex, sorry. Valorant. Apologies. Wrong hero shooter. He used to do a lot of Valorant, though I think he wants to move away from Valorant, so... But he actually DMs as well, although he's not DM'd for a while. He's done a little bit of Pathfinder 2e, which has been pretty fun. But as I say, he's going to be one of my players in Dark Heresy. I know he's been very keen on it. He was the most keen by a country mile. Believe me, I was having concepts thrown at me left and right, which is always a good sign as a DM. JD Moss is my sniper and sort of seeker. I don't know if it's timed for leaving games midway. It's fair enough. I tried Valorant as well. I was never very good at it. I didn't play CSGO growing up, so I don't think it quite gelled with me the same. Definitely, if it had come out when I was a younger man, I would have probably been all over it. Like a lot of shooters. Like, if Overwatch, if Valorant, if all these games had come out when I was, like, still in my teens, well, I'd be all over it. Don't you start. Don't you start. But yeah, so JD Moss is going to be our sniper with his fucking lethal las sniper, his long las. Fucking one-shotted a demon, the fucker, in a test game. One-shotted. After failing the fear test as well. Yeah, he's a pretty good shot, but he's terrible in melee. But he's a really good shot. And then Devil Den. You guys might have seen Devil Den. He's a bit of a variety streamer. I think he also plays a lot of Valorant, but I know he does a lot of other stuff. And Devil is going to be our mutant psyker. Now, originally, the party was going to be absolute fucking beefcakes who could waddle through combat very easily. It won't be as so with the change-up, but I don't think it'll be too much of a concern. Though the first arc will be a little more combat-y, the later arcs will be less so. Though, there'll still be combat. Dark Heresy is a little more lethal, because you don't heal as quickly. You heal like a wound a day. I have a way around that for this arc, though, that I've decided. But it has a catch. Maybe. Or does it? Maybe it's perfectly normal medical technology. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? I can't say too much yet, because my players could be listening. They could be watching the VOD right now, for all I know. Or maybe they're here live, and I just don't know. I do not know, chat. But I won't say too much. Plus, they also have their own healing. Devil went into Biomancy, which I believe gives him some healing, if memory serves. And then Onyx's new character does medicine. One of his things. He's always an option. Well, I'm going to try not to kill them all. That'll be a very disappointing first session now, wouldn't it? They do also have fate points as an option, so if they were to die, they can burn a fate point, not die. It's one of those games where hitting 0 isn't the problem, it's what happens after you hit 0. It's like a critical wounds table, and that kind of thing. You'll see it all when it comes up. Though most enemies you'll encounter don't have critical wounds, they just die. But players and Nemesis enemies do. Nemesis being like the higher end enemies that recur. And what was interesting last time was only one of them was able to handle the fear test from a demon. So it gave me a good understanding of how afraid that I can make their characters. Because demons just inherently make you scared. As you might imagine, a demon's pretty scary, right? Like, if a bloodletter just apparated in front of you, you'd shit yourself. Well, in Dark Heresy, if you're not careful, you can just die. The fear can just kill you. Outright. Dead. Stone cold. That is a thing that can happen. There are ways to avoid that, talents, I believe, and that kind of thing. And obviously, you know, having a good willpower. But, you know, it's a whole thing. Fear leading to heart attack sounds like Darkest Dungeon. Indeed. It can be very Darkest Dungeon. Especially as you go through, like, the bowels of, you know, a ship or a facility. There are whole rules about zero gravity, which could come up. There are entire things around that. There are, like I say, different things fear can do to you. There's a whole table for what fear can do. There is obviously like pinning and that kind of thing. That's a willpower. Be like stuck in cover. There's the whole, like I said, there's a whole menagerie of stuff. You'll see a lot of it. Hopefully Devil's psychic tests go a little bit better for him this time, because holy shit. Poor Devil. Poor Devil. His psychic tests were not working out for him too well. Poor man was not having the best time with his powers. However, he's good at melee, so he's got a fallback. He's got a big two-hander. So he's hoping to get a force weapon at some point, but I'll be honest with you, chat. Force weapons are rare. Well, actually, they're near unique. So, you know, he's going to have to work. Well, he's going to have to be lucky down the road. He's not going to get one this arc. And I'm saying that openly because that's a really rare item to get. There's different rarities of items. Near unique is obviously the rarest. And believe me when I say, force weapons are like almost custom built for their users. So, you know. Though, new Noodly character, he's not got a name yet. He's just been finished up, I believe. I know Onyx wants to get him a robotic eye down the road, because he has no eye. So he's a crap shot at the minute. He's basically going to need a flamethrower to hit anything. Which means I do get to do the let him cook at some point, if he does take a flamethrower. Hoping he does. Should Def hold the pole to give play a fourth weapon? No. It's listen. That's really strong. You have to understand. Exactly. Holy fuck. Exactly. See, force weapons. Okay, here's the thing with force weapons. You have to understand. 1, in a normal person's hand, they are primitive weapons. 2, in a psyker's hand, they are ridiculous. You are okay, so the weapon, its penetration, I believe, and its damage are based off your psi rating. So it's a 1d10 plus psi rating, I believe, plus strength. That gets really strong. Then, bear in mind, a lot of armor has like, you're talking armor 3 or 4. The upper ends of armor are like 5, but then the more higher end ones like 8. But having yeah, they're strong. Trust me. A Darktide Psyker would be a really high-end Psyker, by the way. The kind of shit they can pull off. That's pretty high-end. You know the Assail ability with the crystals? That is a thing you can get in Dark Heresy. That is in the Telekinesis tree, if memory serves. Also blocking bullets. You can do that with that tree. But you can also do way more sinister shit, like there's telepathy. You can just tell a man to log off. You can tell a fucker to log off. And if they fail to save, they will actually try and log off. They'll jump. They'll do a flip. You catch my drift. You can probe someone's mind for information. That's the thing you can do. You can go the extra level, and only 1 in 3 types of psychers is officially recognized as devil. Correct. Devil is a unsanctioned psyker. To be a sanctioned psyker in Dark Heresy, you have to be the Astra Telepathica background, and then be Mystic, or get the Psyker Elite Advance. Basically, becoming a Psyker with the Astra Telepathica background means you will get Sanctioned Psyker. For anyone who doesn't know, the Astra Telepathica, they're like the people who deal with Psykers. And also blanks. Any psychic anything, be it powers or people who are psychically blank, and literally cancel them out. You can be a blank, by the way. There's whole rules about that. It's pretty cool. Do Kriegsmen have their own thing? No. However, if you were going to play a Kriegsman, there's a couple of ways you can do it. The easy way is being an Imperial Guardsman. That's a background you can take. It gives you the Guardsman armor, which is the second best armor you can start with. The only one better is the Adeptus Arbites armor. If you don't know, think Judge Dredd, and you basically know what the Arbites are. They're basically the FBI. But if the FBI walked around with bolt guns sometimes, and occasionally go down to the Underhive in a Rhino with a heavy bolter to, spray the natives in bullets. They also have, like, cyber hounds and shit. Like, mechanical doggos. Which there's no rules for in Dark Heresy, but Maledictum fixed that. But anyway, I'm rambling. Shocker, I know. So, for Krieg, you got 2 options, in my opinion. If you want to go standard Krieger, you go Imperial Guardsman, and then what I said I'd do is, if you wanted like a true Lucius pattern lasgun, I'd remove the semi-auto option from a lasgun, but give it 1 penetration. So it's just a single shot lasgun with 1 pen. So, because the Lucius pattern's single shot, semi-automatic. It's like slower firing, basically. Whereas a normal lasgun can, like, rapid fire. But That's how I would do the Kriegs. The other option, if you want to be like an engineer, like Onyx's original character, technically engineers use, yes, very musket style. Well, actually, not quite. Think World War I rifle. There is a laslock. There is like musket las weapons. That's its own thing. There are laslocks. They're a thing. Lucius pattern, think World War I rifles. That's very much the Lucius pattern. Bayonet and all. Whereas the engineers, they have like shotguns, so you actually want to go Imperial Navy background, which is from Enemy Without, I think. Basically, their whole thing is being in tight, confined spaces, like a ship, and using like shotguns and stuff. But you can still get guardsman armor. It's actually really easy to get guardsman armor. You will always be able to get it as long as you have like a choice of gear, which they all got it originally. It was actually a whole thing because even the Psyker was armed to the bloody teeth. Like 8 soak. So he could take a good hit. I'll put it this way. Devil got shot in the face, point blank, with a fully automatic auto pistol. Fully automatic in the face. Took literally no damage. Because his armor absorbed all of it. Because the weapon had no penetration. Meanwhile, when he swung that sword, it did kill him, I think. Or did he dodge it? He dodged like 2 swipes and the sniper got him, I think. I think the sniper took the fucker's leg off. Yeah, snipers are terrifying. If you allow them to aim, they're terrifying. They do like bonus damage per degree of success. You'll see it. Don't worry, you'll see it. I'll be shocked if you don't. Put it that way. I'm pretty sure if it's a surprise, if it's a surprise round, which I will give very sparingly. They will have to earn their surprise rounds because fuck me. That sniper, right, on a surprise round, can't miss. He'd have to roll max, because it's a D100, he'd have to roll the highest to fail. He has to roll under like 117 or something stupid. He could just make it harder for himself and like call the shot, he'd still be able to fucking not miss. He's rolling a D100 after all. You can't roll above 100 on a D100. It gets kind of nutty. He just call shot their fucking head. Or a weak spot. Also covers the whole thing. Because, you know, there's guns and shit. Not that it helps you as melee, of course, or psychic. Psychic stuff has its own. That doesn't care about hit location, that just fucking hits you. Mind bullets, all that shit. Yeah, so we've got a bit of a menagerie now. As I say, the new guy. Let me look at what he has. Let me take a quick nosy chat. Well, I'm gonna be nosy. I want to see what he's done. Let me see what he's done. Have a little look, shall we? Real quick. Let me just turn off desktop audio because it's gonna play music. I have music prepared. I have some tracks prepared from Darkest Dungeon, Mechanicus, Dark Tide, and a couple other ones prepared. So let's see. Is this the original concept? I wonder. What is the new concept? I'm curious. Depsavites, Churagan. Maybe this is his old one. This one's definitely more combat-y. Maybe a little loud, to be honest. Is it? Where is it? There we go. How's that? Is that better? Some tracks are really quiet and some are a bit louder, so it's a bit hard to vary it. Cover up coordinates. It's either... That might be the Arbite, or is it this one? Let's have a look. Might be this one, actually. Yeah, this looks like it. 25 toughness. What's his agility? 30. This is 30. Okay, so he's got a decent move. Strong-minded. Okay, is he taking flames? I think he's taking flame. Yeah, he's a noodle. What armor is he rocking? Let's see what this is. Oh, he's got no armor on his head. Oh no, he's got 2 soak on his head. Fuck me. If anything tickles him. If anything even tickles him. Oh no. It's gonna be rough. What's his gear like? He's got a flat cloak. He's got a flamer. Okay, he's got a flamer. Okay, this is the character. Oh shit, yeah, he's got a fucking Oh, that's it. Yeah, he has a fucking mind impulse unit. That's it. To be fair, he has done it before. To be fair, he's familiar. This isn't his first rodeo. I don't know if he's played Dark Heresy as a player too much, but he's DM'd it before now. So he knows a bit. Don't worry. He knows a bit. But yeah, it's, how shall we say? It's gonna be a bit scary when he gets into combat. Now, don't get me wrong, he has a flamer. So if anything does get close to him, he's gonna burn them. But obviously, he also... let me put it this way. A lot of two-handed ranged weapons have a range of 100 meters. You move like a couple of meters and a half move. It's all in meters, by the way. So hopefully that's okay for you guys who prefer freedom units. It's not a kilometer, at least. That's just kilometers. But yeah, no, he's not. I wouldn't say he's a newbie, but he, like, as I say, we've all not played it for a while. But no, Onyx is he's done it for a bit. There's some legible units, yes, indeed. Maps are going to be quite big, to some extent. I need them to be for the range to make sense, and also gun has like a range of 100 meters. Though you want to be within half, really. If you're within half your range, then you got options. But yeah, so Onyx's character has a shoulder-mounted flamer, because he's a bit spindly to hold the thing. So he's got like some custom armor to have it like shoulder-mounted, with a mind impulse unit. Basically, he has a augment in his head that allows him to, with a thought, activate his flamethrower. This is an implant you can have. Mind impulse units are what the Mechanicus tend to use to do Wi-Fi. So he can basically turn on his... He has like... Imagine if you had a brain chip that was attached to a shoulder-mounted flamethrower. Goes pretty hard. It does go pretty hard, to be honest. Though, admittedly, his skull is a little dainty looking, to say the least. We need to get him some bionics. I was talking to him about it. I believe he's Administratum. It's like a cool servitor idea. I mean, if he's not careful, he might be reduced to one, yeah. You can get servitors with heavy flamers. Although servitors can have heavy weapons on them, like plasma cannons and heavy bolters and shit. Or heavy flamers. This is just a normal flamer. This is a babby flamer. It's still a flamer, of course. Like, the reason he's the flamer is he has fuck all, like, ranged. It's Some skull fuckery. Yeah. There is actually a cybernetic which can help restore someone if they've had their fucking brains blown out. However, if you get a low grade one, it basically reduces them to a servitor. If you get a decent grade one, it does somewhat nerf your stats a little bit, but you're alive. But if you give them a high-end one, it makes you a fucking genius. Because you have a cogitator in your brain. That's legit a thing you can give someone. You can make them really smart. It's difficult to get that, though, unless you're an admech. Because admechs lower the rarity of all bionics by, like, 2. It's great. It means you can start with, like, a high-quality mechanical arm. Which is very nice. The higher quality ones have, like, better stats and do extra things. For example, your high-quality arms, for example, can have ammunition stored within them. You can literally smuggle ammunition inside them. It's great. I'm also happy with the first thing made the year. You mean yourself? Who was it? I think it was you suggested we should have this emote. So I always use the snake gif. And I was like, fuck it, I'll make it an emote. It's a free emote, there you go, enjoy. It is one of my more used emotes. What is my most used emote? Let me have a look. Where's my most used one? Was it me? Mouth. I think it was you. Hang on. No, it is the snake one. You fuckers made it the snake one. There's me spending money on custom emotes, animated emotes, and what's my most popular emote? It's a snap of a GIF from Discord. Oh, fuck me. Oh well, you've got variety at least. Never say I don't give you variety. I haven't had a chance to get any of the new model, admittedly. I probably should have done that. Maybe I will do it. We'll put me in my snap for Discord. It was specifically your one, I believe. If memory served, it was one you sent me. And then I had to sort of fiddle with it to get it work, but it worked in the end. I got it working. I did. Twitch is really weird with... Excuse me. Twitch is really weird with emotes. You gotta like have a certain size, and then you gotta like faff with it so it's the right like physical size as well, and oh god, it's a painful process. Even with tools, you still might have to like compress it. I think I had to compress that one still, which is stupid. The biggest complete compress. See, that is at least one thing with Kick that was nice, is that I could just slap my emotes on without having to downsize them at all. Hell, the one with the hand waving, I've had to remove frames from that one because Twitch won't allow 160 frames, which is only something I found later. Yeah, I'm seeing sus shit here, boys. What the fuck's this? I mean, the biggest, I mean... You know. Although, in my defense, I didn't ask for them to be this big. They just became this big. Exactly. My original concept art, they were smaller. They were smaller. They were going to be a bit more, you know, more smaller titty. But I know Fox is like, I made them big. I was like, nice. It's like, were you a tomboy in the concept? I had smaller titty. My titty was smaller. They weren't flat. They're probably more like medium. These are probably like a bit above medium at this point. They're all medium. That was the original one, but Foxes likes doing booba. Bless her. Foxes likes rigging booba. So she said, I buffed you a bit. Like, nice. I don't mind. So obviously no one else minds either, so it's all good. Don't worry, the new outfit doesn't nerf them. They're just more covered. Thighs aren't, though. Thighs aren't covered. No, they're on show. Yes. Also, both my eyes are on show, because yes, underneath this bang is another eye. You just never see it. So I think what else is different? Ah, the wings are different. Same halo, but the wings are different. Yes. Also, the head ringing's a little different. Which hopefully should be fine. Moves a bit more, I believe. You'll see that, don't worry. You'll see that on the 6th. I wanted to show it off today, but I thought, no, let's give it the time. Head rigging. I probably didn't say that very well. So the rigging on the head, the movement on the head's a little different. Because Fox wanted to have a little tweak with it. It's a little different. You might notice, you might not. It's a subtle difference. But it's a little smoother. But the halo's the same. It's the same halo. Let me think. Anything else that's different? The hairstyle's different. Although I can have long hair. That's an option. I thought I've done something different with the model. A little. There's a little. The head is a little different. So, like, how I move my head. Do you know what's head movement? The head moves a little more, like. How to describe it? Like, it doesn't move the rest of me as much when I move my head, if that makes sense. I have to move myself a bit more to make the rest of me move. Whereas I can, like, move my head a little bit more naturally, not as quite as stiff. So it's a bit more flowy. Like I said, you'll see that. You'll see. You'll see indeed. Sniff. I mean, the nose is where I noticed it the most. So I can notice, like, you actually see the side, the nose a bit easier. Do some sniff. I'm not gonna stop doing that. Fucking Shy Lily with the tier 3 subs. Oh dear. But I don't know if you can even hear that. It probably gets cut off from the fucking thing. I'd have to remove the pop filter. We did the sniffer. The sniff. Womp womp. Ah yes, I've summoned the Shy Lily stands. It's okay, I like Lily. I mean, I would say who doesn't, but some people don't. They're wrong, but it's okay. I understand. Although I say that, I don't get time to watch other people very often. I'm a busy bee. I often just watch people's clips. I often very rarely watch other people live because I just don't have the time. I try to, though. I try to. Jacob is a Shy Lily fan, but so fair enough. I wonder if. Let's see. You like most people watch regular. Fair enough. Ah, fair enough. Ironically, I think Judas is a similar one. I know he said that. I think I'm one of the people who watches on Twitch. I've realised, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like a lot of you guys are either people who watch very few other VTubers or no other VTubers. I'm curious. I feel that's the case, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm interested to know if you like. It's fine by you. It's fine if you do. It's okay if you do. You can tell me. I won't get mad. No, in all seriousness, I'm curious. Call me curious. Do you guys watch other VTubers? You know? Or am I your VTuber am I your VTuber fix? I'm curious. I'm a nosy angel sometimes. I always like to, find out little tidbits of information. Your VTuber fix. Hey yo. I mean, streamers that interact with the chat often. The biggest streamers have their chats constantly moving, so just watch little snippets of the VOD for them. Fair enough. See, that is the nice thing. I can kind of speak to you guys, and I can actually speak to you, as opposed to like if I was larger. That's like the one thing else that's quite nice about being smaller. I can like see your tweet, see your messages. I've seen some people have slow mode on to help with that a bit, and I think if I ever got to the point where I got big enough to warrant it, I would use it. If for nothing else, to be able to help see stuff. But obviously, when you get to like Shy Lily size and like Cinder size, which if I ever get to that point, chat, we've done something right or something wrong. I don't know. I've done something if I ever get to that point. But if you get to that size, I guess you really can't like. That's like, I don't know. I feel like the only time you get seen then are like the people who like use bits and stuff. They can get taken into by an agency. If that ever happens, Balls, if I ever have an agency approach me for me to work with them, right? You can get a strong pace. It's a slow climb, but yeah, exactly. I would. Here's the thing. I would rather go at a slow pace. And to address your mention, Balls, yeah, exactly. Ah, thanks, buddy. It's very kind of you. Oh, you know, make me all sappy. But to address your question, thing there, Balls. To be honest, if I ended up in an agency, I would want one that would let me keep being me. I wouldn't give this up. Trauma. What's this? It's a man with a woman model. I don't know what to think about it. Oh no. See, if I ever got approached by an agency with the pipe, I saw it coming. I saw like, what was that thing? Oh, pipe. If an agency ever turned up and was like, "Hey, we would like you to join us," I would make it clear I want my IP. My IP is my own. I'm not signing any Niji-Sanji contracts, thank you very much. I would go to a lawyer with it regardless, even if I trusted the agency, because I don't want any Niji bullshit. I've seen the fucking contract they have to sign, because an unsigned version of it got leaked, and fuck me, it's evil. Genuine evil. I don't want to ever sign my soul away like that. Fuck that. No. It would I'd be picky. And the reason I'd be picky is because I don't want to lose, like, I don't want to lose this. I'm supposed to need you slow around. Honestly, man, it shocks me. The way they operate it doesn't seem legal, in my opinion. Oh, what with Niji? Oh, did you just come back to us talking about Niji? Balls asked about, mentioned about, the day Kerbal gets taken by an agency. So I was just saying, like, if I ever did join the agency, it would be with the very strict provisions of, I hold my IP, if I leave, I keep my IP. Everything with my IP is mine. And then, you know, I don't want to, like, re-debut as someone else and do all that crap, because, like, with Niji, you have to give up everything that got you to where you were, and, like, no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. It's worked for some people, and I know Hollow does a similar thing, but then Hollow, at least it makes sense to join Hollow, but I still would rather be me. You know, I don't want to, like, lose what I've built with you guys. You know, I wouldn't want to lose that. It matters to me too much that I found you guys to be able to build up this community with you guys in it. I don't want to suddenly go, I'm going, guys, bye, disappear without telling you a thing. All of a sudden, someone who sounds like me turns up and is like, oh, where'd he go? That just, nah, I wouldn't do that to you guys. I couldn't. It just wouldn't feel right to me. Because if I said anything, I'd get fired because I'd broken contract. But this is the hypothetical if I was taken in by an agency, like, you know, that had that whole, like, re-debut as someone else and all that crap kind of thing. I just wouldn't do it. It would probably be great money, but you know what? It just wouldn't feel right. It just wouldn't feel right. So, I'd rather build what was taken from us by something. No. I will not be NTRing you guys. No. If someone takes me in an agency, they take me as me, or they don't take me at all. It's very simple. I'm not... Like, I already have to deal with corporate bullshit at my day job. I'm not dealing with corporate bullshit at the thing I enjoy. So, don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. If I ever get a contract for something like that, a lawyer's looking over it, I'm having all the checks and balances done, and on top of that, I'm keeping all my shit. No negotiation on that one, by the way. That one's a hard line. It's like if I ever worked with a sponsor, I'd be like, look, I'm a blunt person, I'm an honest person. If I think your product's shit, we're not working together, because I'll just say it's shit. But if I like it, I will sing its praises. Like, that's always been my thing. I don't... Maybe it's just me, but I like to be honest with people. I don't like to deceive people or lie to people. Good Chief Real Web. I was approached by an energy drink brand once to be a ambassador, well, not ambassador, like a, on their, like, have a code thing. But I looked into them and I didn't know who the hell they were. They were this random energy drink brand, and I was just like, you know what, I don't know who you are. And it's not like Gamer Subs where it's like reputable or known, and I just thought, I'll pass. I asked about it, I asked some detail, and I got some deets from them, but I decided against it. Because I just didn't think it was a good idea, personally. If I end up with, like, you know, a more, like, brand that's got a bit more information about it, because I didn't know anything about this brand in particular. I knew literally nothing about them. There was very little information on them, and I was like, I don't know who you people are. Like, there's just... You know when a random brand turns up, you're like, who are these people? And you can't find much on them? That gave me the... I don't know. The way I thought about it was this. Like, when you build an audience up, and other smarter people have talked about this kind of thing, right? But when you're building up an audience, you build up the trust of that audience, right? And you spend that trust on various things, right? I'm not going to waste that trust on promoting a brand I don't know and can't vouch for. I'm just not going to do that. If I use the product and I like it, I'll say I like it. Simple. But if I don't use it, then it's like, oh, I'd have to try it first. And, you know. Oh god, yeah, the honey. Oh god. Honey is a disgusting brand. Fuck them guys. Like, I have no nice words. It's one of the reasons why the donate button no longer leads to PayPal. It used to lead to a PayPal thing, it doesn't anymore. This one. Oh yeah. I forgot which one it was. But yeah, no, we don't do PayPal. Well, not PayPal. I don't do honey or anything like that. And I mean, PayPal own it. They knew about it the whole time. Like, ugh. That they knew as well. That's what annoys me. They knew about that shit. So, yeah, no, don't worry. If your angel promotes anything, it will be something that I look into and I trust. That is my genuine vow. You do my PayPal, we should get it to Cobalt, promise. Fucking hell. Ah yes, what are you sending money to? The Rouge Beer Fund. It's fine. Maybe one day we'll have merch, chat. Maybe one day we'll have merch. I know exactly what you'll ask for. Obviously it would come back to the beer fund. But it will go for She was sponsored by Rouge. There you go, Rouge. You need to make your own brand. There you go. Although you don't want to be confused with Rouge the Bat. Always has been. That's true. I mean, technically, Rouge is one of the... Was Rouge my first subscriber? I think you were. I'm almost certain you were the first person who subscribed to this channel. Yeah, no, I think you were. I think you were my first sub. I remember specifically, I think you were the first one. So it was like not long after I'd gotten monetization on Twitch. Can Cobalt speak today? No. Got the wrist. I mean, you convinced me to make you a mod. I'm not all the haters. Fair, fair. Have there been many? I feel like there haven't been many haters. Which I'm not complaining about, that's fine. I'm not inviting them. This has happened to have $6 at the time. Hey, well, he chose to spend them. He chose to spend them. I don't think there have been any haters in chat. There was that one guy who was always like weirdly asking me to do stuff all the time. Like, he had to borrow those $6. Fuck. What do you mean? He works. Man works. He's earned his pennies. Spare a coin. Just remember, chat. The money that goes to the channel goes into feeding Rouge. It helps vary up his diet. For my future self. Yeah, remember, chat, if you donate, Rouge eats well tonight. I throw like a diet of beer. Yeah, I throw a keg of beer down the basement. Keeps him happy for a week at least. Maybe even a month if he rations himself, you know. I have not, in fact, eaten in months. He subsists on a diet of the local rat population. What's going on to the what? Don't look at my recent commissions. Listen, he'll figure out how to get that. Listen, he'll figure out a way to tap it, okay? He'll figure out a way to tap the keg. Listen, I'll make him like a dwarf eventually, right? He'll subsist on ale alone. He'll subsist on Bugman's Triple X alone. So don't you worry. He'll live purely off the beer. And the local rat population. We'll find some rats. Are you even speaking words? Or are you just wording the words? Yes. Yes. We word the words. It's annoying, like a fucking beaver. Just beavering away at it. Then again, nah, we should really tap it. Those barrels are expensive, man. Expensive shit. Those barrels, yeah. They've all the... That's why drinks taste better from them, you know? I'd word the words. You would chuck the wood if the woodchuck could chuck wood. What am I saying right now? I've barely had any drink. It appears to be affecting me. Or I'm simply having one of those moments where I'm like a fucking goober. Don't try your hocus on me. I am the hocus poke. We're at that point of the stream now where we're devolving. Excellent. Right, before I forget, simply the time. So, a little bit different this week, and what does that mean exactly? So obviously, the schedule's a bit different this week, and I just want to let you know that basically my schedules are going to be like, I'm thinking doing like a 2-weekly kind of thing. So basically, this week's schedule, because Dark Heresy's happening, I'll have 2 game days and then Dark Heresy, right? But when it's not Dark Heresy week, it'll be the normal schedule, okay? We'll keep it that simple. So the usual format, if Dark Heresy is not on, if it is on, this format. Simple enough, yeah? Simple enough. I think that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I can explain it again if anyone needs, but that's what I'm going to do with my scheduling. Sounds painful. You need a bit. I'll have one more drink before I go to bed. Don't worry. Although it's spirits, it's whiskey, so it's a bit stronger than beer. It's a bit stronger. It's fine. We don't need brain cells. Those are overrated. But yeah, tomorrow will be Wilds, as will Saturday. Be lots of Wilds. Like I say, it's the Wild Week. You know why they call it spirits? Because it lifts the spirit. That's true. That's true. So it lifts my fucking spirit sometimes. So they fucking lifts mine. Holy. Yeah. Wilds tomorrow. More Wild Saturday. And then Dark Heresy. We're starting a bit earlier. I've put the event in Discord. But for anyone who wants to join us for that, it's starting at 4 PM GMT. Rather than the usual 6:30. The reason being is to give us time to potentially go up to 4 hours, but also so my players can sort themselves out for work the following day, because most of them have day jobs, so they want time to chill and sort out for work. So I said, they're like, "Oh, can we make sure we finish by 9?" So I said, "Okay, we'll be finished by 8." So on a weekend, well, they want to chill out a bit and rest and then sort some shit out for the job the next day. They like to just sort things out that evening, prepare meals, that kind of stuff, right? So I think it's more they just like to have everything done then, and then they don't have to do it in the week. But it's fine. 4 hours is plenty of time, and that doesn't mean the stream will end then anyway. It'll just mean that the session will end. I, of course, don't you worry, we'll have a post-session yap. We will. There'll probably be breaks as well, because at some point during the stream I'll need to get some food. It's an awkward time, I'll be honest, for me, but I'm having to compromise a little bit to make it work for everybody, and that's fine. I don't mind, because it can still happen. It's the important part. When it comes to these kind of things, chat, I've got to fucking compromise a little bit. And that's okay. That's okay. I'd have liked it to have been Saturday, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work, right? We'll make it work. And hopefully you guys enjoy it, which is the main thing, right? I forgive you. God damn it. God fucking damn it. But yes, so my Voice in the Dark campaign, my Dark Heresy 2E, will be happening Sunday. It'll be a bit earlier, so hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue for you guys watching. Hopefully 4 PM GMT is not horrific for you. I hope, anyway. And then next week, new outfit reveal. Yes. So I'm trying to think how the best way I want to do this. I'll decide on Saturday, but do be prepared to confess some sins, as I will be I'll be appropriately dressed for the occasion. So it'll be a very, ironically enough, I thought the sermon will have something to confess. Well, don't worry, you can wait till next week if you want, buddy. I'm thinking of using that thing that lets you anonymously do it, because it's funny if you wanted. That'd be kind of funny. But I mean, it's a semi-serious. It's like an actually serious thing. I don't know. I mean, unless you want to do it now. You can if you want, but I'll give you something for next week if you want. I'm not. As I say, it's not a hard and fast thing. I know everyone does one at some point anyway, so it's not a hard and fast thing. I just think it'd be a funny theme for the stream. Obviously, it's an outfit reveal stream, so it's a special sermon of Yap, where I'll be dressed for the occasion properly. So, nothing hard and fast. Depends on the occasion. Depends on the occasion. Depends who with. I mean, what? I mean, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I said nothing. I said nothing. I said nothing. You heard nothing. It's fine. We'll be repenting next week. We shall all repent for our sins, sinners. We shall. And of course, I'll be able to look at you with both eyes. And I have to like move my hair real quick to see you. Yes. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, I wanted to do it today. I thought, I'll give it some time. I'm like trying, bruh. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's tough, isn't it? Right. Fucking hellfire. But yes. So, I'll wrap it up now. You know the drill, folks. It's Thursday. So, couldn't help it. God damn. Oh no. Oh no. It's fine. We're not on Twitter. It's not going to cause a fucking storm, at least. Oh, unless it does. Oh. Anyway. Drill, folks. So, short ones a day, but we'll have a nice, long one on Friday. A nice, girthy one on Friday. Lots of hunting monsters. So, I hope to see you all then. So, please, everyone, have a good night, a good day, whatever time it is for you. Make sure it's a good one. And may Friday come and go nice and quickly, so we'll see each other again then. But until then, no worries, my man. No worries. Until then, thank you all very much for joining me today. And I shall see you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Till then, ta-ta for now.